Hey everybody, it's John James Hale here again, and today I picked up the Bishop Marvel Legends Apocalypse Build-A-Figure part. He is has the torso piece for the Apocalypse that I've been working on. This is the standard packaging that they came in. Of course, these are the older Toybiz Legends line. I never really got into these. I was going to college at the time these come out, so I wasn't really collecting anything. But they are superposable figures. They come in a nice standard display box that they all came in, so you can see the figure that's inside. And on the back it shows his stats, as well as the other figures in the line that you need to collect to build Apocalypse. It says Bishop. His life's ambition was to serve and protect as a member of Xavier's security enforcers. A mutant police force, he patrolled the mean streets of a war-torn future to keep his own kind in check. Now he finds himself stranded in our present, fighting alongside the X-Men, a team whose members he once revered as idols, standing in defense of those who hate and fear him. He is Bishop, Soldier of the Atom. This is the variant with the bald head. I'll take a look at both of them in just a second, so hold on, I'll get him outside of the package. Alright, so here we have Bishop outside of his package. He has some amazing sculpting work on him. I really wish they got a little bit of this detail in the newer Marvel Legends, but maybe someday. But right now I'm just glad that they're still making them. His great detail on his face there. I love the folds that are in his outfit that you can see the details of. Nice coloring, and there is quite a bit of difference between this one and the variant, which I'll take a look at in a minute, but just quickly get his articulation out of here. He does have head articulation that goes side to side, up and down, which is not hindered anyway by his neck or his head. He does have ball jointed shoulders that go up and down, and they do rotate all the way around, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. He also has the arm rotation here. His elbow is, I believe, a single jointed elbow. Cool thing about these Toybiz figures is that each one of his fingers is individually articulated, which is pretty crazy. And it does have a little notch in it, so you can get his gun to stick in there, and his hands do have a rotation on them, and they're hinged. And then his torso here has articulation in the top, and it does kind of crunch back and forward a little bit. And he does have swivel at the waist. Now he has ball jointed legs that let him do the splits pretty far. And they do go forward quite a bit. And not quite so far back. And they do swivel, of course, at the top here. And he has double jointed knees. Top one's a little tight, and he does have a boot cut swivel, and his ankles are hinged, and they have a rocker pivot, and even his toe has articulation in it, which is pretty neat. A lot of detail in these guys, and the silver, the buckles and grooves in his boots, to his knee pads. Lots of detail in the thigh, where the fabric stretches over his skin. He's a pretty fantastic figure sculpturally. He stands up pretty well by himself. He does come with a couple of extras. He comes with this shotgun here, which will fit in either one of his hands. Primarily it's for this one, since the notch that it can peg into is in that hand right there. And this finger even fits on the trigger, which is pretty nice. and it can be stored into his holster here. Then he also has this, which is his energy weapon, which looks a lot like the one from the animated series, which will fit in his other hand. You can have them both out at the same time or just one, and it also fits in this giant holster on his back. So they did have a variant of this figure, which is right here, which is more reminiscent to the comic and the animated show that is the bishop that I knew. As you can see, there are quite a few differences. This one has hair, and he has the bandana around his neck. The X-Men logos, his is red, his is gold, while he has the yellow underneath, he has red underneath. Their belts are pretty similar. He has the yellow paint on this leg, which he does not. Their gloves are the same, and it looks like the boots are the only other difference. The boots are gold versus silver. So out of the two of them, I definitely like this one the best. His articulation is a little bit hindered by the hair, but he's a very cool figure. Except for he doesn't want to stand up very well by himself. There it goes. So those are your bishops. Let's see, now that I've got them standing, if I can get them moved back here a little bit. Come on. Thanks. And the other piece to come with, of course, is this Apocalypse piece, which has his legs, which, wow, they are super tight. This one, anyway, isn't. This one doesn't want to move. Holy cow. Oh. Well, I don't want to work it too much, or you never know, it might break. There's a little bit of rotation here. And so, since we have this, and I have this, I believe they just plug into each other. Whoa. And wow, that's super loud. Sorry about that. But yeah, there's a comparison. Just how big this figure is. Apocalypse is huge. Even without his legs, he's bigger than the bishops. And I did get one other item, since I learned that this hose should have came with that Maestro figure, and it didn't. That just plugs in here and into his arm, so I ordered one on eBay. I got a pretty good price on it. I also ordered the other arm, another tube, because I got it for like 20 bucks compared to the $54 for the Sasquatch figure. So then I'll just, that's on its way, and all I'll have left is to get his legs, which are, I believe, Wolverine and Iron Fist, unless I can get them cheaper without them. I really wanted the bishops were the primary figures out of this line that I wanted, besides Apocalypse. And, I mean, we got a new Wolverine coming pretty soon. But if I get them cheap, I'll pick them up. Otherwise, that's all I really got for this one. So, if you can pick up Bishop, I'd go for it, because he's a really nice figure from the Toybiz line. And of course, building Apocalypse is a lot of fun. Seeing him come together he's a pretty amazing figure. Makes me want the Galactus and the Sentinel as well. But we'll see if I can work on them. Anyway, thanks for looking, and if you enjoy this at all, please hit the subscribe button and like for more.